now your website talks about the story about how, Osama's a lawyer and Mahmoud's a cop, a former cop. Tell me about that. How did you go into those professions, and how did you decide to transition from those professions into what you're doing now?
Yeah, you wanna?
I started last.
Sorry. So actually, yeah. So I changed my major 3 times in college. I started off as like a business major, then I went to psychology, and then I ended up doing criminal justice because I did a ride along, and then just kind of like, just really enjoyed it. Kind of wanted to really be hands on with with the community. Like I figured we need more like Arab and Muslim police officers. So literally just after I graduated, I did an internship with with the Department of Corrections and the Probation Department, and then I finally got accepted into the academy to start. The 6-month academy before you actually become an officer, and then before that, we had started the farmer markets. So as I was, getting ready for the academy, he had taken time off, and I'll let him talk more about it, but he took time off of Harvard Law School, and we started the farmer markets just like, hey, man, let's see if this, could be something. And we didn't have a lot of money or any money really to open up the business, and a really big percentage of restaurants fail within the first 2 years. So so we started the farmer markets. Alhamdulillah, man, it went so much better than we could have hoped for. Almost as if this is what God had in store for us. And subhanAllah, just so many blessings, so much barakah along the way. And so I winded up, dropping out of the academy, and then he had graduated, and even taking his bar exam, but so we, when the farmer markets just went so well, we did it for about a year, and then we set up at the side of a gas station for almost another year. And alhamdulillah, man, we were just selling out of, 100 pounds of, chicken, beef, shawarma, falafel within 3-4 hours. We didn't have a ton of storage because it was the side of a gas station. So we winded up, at that point we're like, halas, I think this is what we want to do. So we kind of, put our careers on the side burner, and then, Osama did most of the work because I was working full time. He for a year and a half, man, just hunting down for a location. I'll be honest, it wasn't easy for us.
Never is.
But dude, it was rough because we're a startup, and also on top of that, being Arab and Muslim, didn't make it easier.
Doesn't always help.
Yeah, 100%. But I don't know if you want to talk more about.
Yeah, Osama, tell about how did you end up at law school?
So I think just also family was definitely a big influence for me in terms of just education and making sure I kind of pursued a graduate program, and it was always in the back of my head to pursue a graduate program.
So you went to college in the San Diego area before you moved out?
I went to UC Irvine. Yeah,
okay,
so I went to UC Irvine, which is about an hour 15 north of San Diego. Finished my undergraduate degree and began the process of applying for law schools. It seemed to me a JD was the most. It kept the options open more than other graduate degrees. You can use a JD for a lot of various different trades. And so I took some time off, went to Egypt for a little bit. And then when I came back, completed my applications to law school, ended up enrolling at Harvard Law School. And I didn't really want to be an attorney, but I knew having a JD would be at least a flexible degree. I had thought of teaching, going into a teaching route, even business consulting, and was just kind of weighing my options. I did tell myself, though, if I'm going to not use my law degree, let me at least see what it would be like to work at a corporate law firm. So after my first year in law school, I did work at a corporate law firm here in San Diego, and it wasn't my cup of tea to work in that environment. So we actually that summer bought a shawarma machine and ended up testing out our concept at some family barbecues, essentially, and running with it from there. At that point, I took some time off of law school, and then eventually went back, completed my degree. Then we kind of started the actual push towards a brick and mortar at that point.